Pat Davenport. I am your pageant coordinator for the evening. We want to thank you all for coming out and celebrating this 36th year of honoring senior women. I don't know a better group of people to honor. Senior citizens or women, it works for me. I like doing that. I enjoy it. As you see, we've done our best to put together a great show for you. We've got some wonderful talent. I know you're going to enjoy it, but I think we might need just a little help. So I think I know someone that can do that. It is your MC from ICT and Television. Please welcome Kathy Whiteman.
Good evening, everyone, and let's have another round of applause, please, for our fabulous pageant coordinator, Pat Davenport, who does such an amazing job every year. Well, I have to say, I can't see real well with my glasses on, but you guys are a really good-looking audience. I am so impressed from this point of view. This is pretty nice. And we are going to have such a wonderful time this evening. Now, as you can see, we're surrounded on the stage by the beautiful symbols of music. We've got a starry sky, and the reason that we want to talk about this tonight is that every person contributes something to the human symphony with their unique spirit. So our theme this evening is "The Song Is You." We have 4 very unique and lovely ladies on our stage tonight who will definitely amaze you. Our contestants have spent a lot of hours in rehearsal, and they're ready to try their best tonight. Their hard work is going to pay off. They are here to vie for the crown and title of Ms. Mature Irving 2018. And in case you haven't seen our show before, here's a little background on how it works. We have 3 areas of competition, which are personality, talent, and evening wear. In these competitions, each of the ladies will demonstrate her worthiness to represent you as Ms. Mature Irving. We'll start with our personality portion of the show. Each of our contestants will have 3 minutes to tell you about their lives and their experiences and their goals. You're about to see the living definition of phenomenal. Let's meet these wonderful ladies. Here's our first contestant now. Nina Elizalde Crocker, who brought her fan club with her tonight. Nina is from the great city of San Antonio. She's been here for many years, and she tells us that she loves living in the Heritage District area of Irving. This mother of 2 will be thrilled to welcome her first grandchild in November. Yes, she is old enough. And she's ready for the whole grandma experience. She completed her college education while being a stay-at-home mom, and she considers that one of her greatest achievements. Nina now enjoys exploring the Heritage District, new restaurants, and spending time with her family. She's sure to wow you when she tells you her story.
What an awesome crowd. I'm so happy to be here. Can't wait to know about you. I was born and raised in San Antonio. I am the oldest of 5 siblings. I have a twin sister, but I am 10 minutes older. I met my husband 40 years ago in college. We were the best lab partners, LAB, not LAP, in biochemistry, and the rest is history. We have 3 daughters, and next month we will be grandparents for the first time. We have been urban residents for 35 years, and it was here that I walked through many doors of opportunity swung wide open for me. When I completed my degree in chemistry, one of my first jobs was here at Frito-Lay. When looking for a home to start a family, Irving became our home. After our first daughter was born, I put a hold on my chemistry career and became a stay-at-home mom for 11 wonderful years. When our daughters were in school, from kindergarten to graduate school, I relished being involved in their school programs and activities. Education, learning, growing is my philosophy of well-being. I went back to school and earned an MBA in accounting and a Master's of Science in Taxation and became a certified public accountant. I worked for a Big 6 CPA firm and government agencies. But it was here that I opened a belly dancing entertainment company and academy so that I could moonlight at night to pay for my education and teaches beautiful ancient art. I love teaching women a fun way to fitness and seeing their smiles when they shimmy and shine. In our academy, I created a harem night concept where we perform at various events and we team up to raise money for causes such as the BP oil spill, Hurricane Katrina, and many other organizations in need. So for decades, I've been a CPA by day and a professional belly dancer by night. And you know what? I'm gonna shimmy and shine for as long as I can. I love taking walks with my husband. We talk about family and friends, what we have accomplished together as a team, but most important, what he is gonna cook for dinner. I love to cook too. On special occasions, I make a big batch of mean green chicken enchiladas and a 3-layered cheesecake you would die for. Golden recipes from my mama and mother-in-law. I've been blessed all the days of my life, surrounded by wonderful people, and I know there's so much more to know. But as I prepare for retirement, I can't wait to sew, cook, shimmy, and learn French. I contemplate with my husband, lab partner, it's the same man. Do we uproot and move back to our hometown or near one of our daughters in Chicago, New York, or Canada? We'll be free to go anywhere we want. But you know what? As Dorothy would say on The Wizard of Oz, there's no place like home. I am ever proud, and I'm here to stay. Thank you very much. Love you.
And that is contestant number 1, everyone, Nina Elizalde Crocker. Thank you so much, Nina. We have another delightful lady for you to meet now, and that would be contestant number 2, Pam Fisher. Pam is another native Texan born on the Gulf on Galveston Island. This mother of 2 and grandmother of 4 enjoys reading, sewing, and staying active with exercise. Pam lives by that classic philosophy, treat others the same way you want to be treated, and she puts it into action by helping those who need it whenever she can. Pam seems quiet, she seems maybe a little shy, but there is a lot to learn about this terrific lady. Say a Texas-sized howdy to contestant number 2, Pam Fisher.
Good evening. My name is Pamela Heron Fisher. I'm originally from Galveston, Texas. I attended public school, graduating from Ball High School. I've furthered my education at Galveston College, majoring in fashion merchandising. I moved to Irving in the year 2000. I'm a widow, a mother of 2. That's my big baby. I'm a grandmother of 4. My hobbies are sewing, reading, and I love a good thrift store. All who know me know that I love a good thrift store. Excuse me. I am. Thank you. I worked in retail for 25 plus years. And I said after retiring myself, I joined Heritage, where I work out 3 days a week. Which I adore. I love those ladies. So So funny. Keep your composure. So I as much as I talk, I'm a loss for words. I said this speech over and over and over again. But I put this pageant on my bucket list because it's something that I wanted to do. I'm doing it. Give God glory. So you sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Thank you.
And that is the lovely Pam Fisher, everyone. We are so glad you made it to the mainland, and we're very glad to have met you. We're meeting some really wonderful ladies tonight, aren't we? That is absolutely for sure. So let's keep going and meet another wonderful woman, contestant number 3, Elizabeth Aguas Remando. Elizabeth sets the record for traveling in this group of ladies. She hails from, I learned to say this word last night, Quezon City, Philippines. This interesting lady has made her life philosophy to do no wrong to any person. She also believes in Shakespeare's classic saying, "To thine own self be true." She has an unusual hobby among all the contestants we've seen over the years. Elizabeth loves to play a game called pickleball. We are sure you'll enjoy hearing more about her, so here she is. Help me greet contestant number 3, Elizabeth Aguas Remando.
Howdy, Texas. I'm Shirley to my family and Beth to my friends. I was born and raised in the Philippines in a family of 11 siblings. My mother was a teacher, community coordinator, and my father an accountant. I spent 4 years living in the country, raising pigs, chickens, and goats, and growing almost most of our own vegetables. My siblings and I played with one another with homemade toys and improvised games. I led the family prayer every night, and I helped my mother take care of my younger siblings. I graduated with a degree, a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. After passing my boards, I came to the United States. I was recruited by Methodist Hospital of Pikeville in Kentucky. There, I was on a team that started their first psychiatric unit. You know, living in the States alone in my early 20s presented many challenges. I'm so glad, thank God, that I was able to adapt well. Things got better when I moved in the East Coast to join my family and to join my sister and her family. I was a medical surgical ICU nurse in Montclair, New Jersey. I moved to Dallas in 1985, and somewhere along the way, I ventured in a restaurant business. There, I met my husband. We settled down in Irving. For him, it was because it's closer to his mother, but for me, it's the strategic location of the place. Tragedy ended my marriage of 20 years with no children. And I have worked at Parkland for 29 years. You know, working in Parkland for 29 years was like working in the mission field for 29 years. I felt a great sense of fulfillment. Upon retirement, I joined the Heritage Lively Steppers. Entertaining and bringing cheers, no more medications, to residents of the nursing homes, rehabs, and assisted living, serving Irving and its surrounding areas. I became a volunteer nurse for Faith Community Health Ministry, participating in their Promoting Up Wellness program and Hunger Solutions and Food Ministry. For physical fitness, I go to YMCA Silver Sneakers and learn to play pickleball. It's my favorite sport now. And made friends also with a lot of them. Thank you for coming. My goal in retirement life is to make it meaningful. With God's help, I know I'll be able to do it. Thank you for being here tonight, and thank you for this opportunity.
A fantastic lady. That's contestant number 3, Elizabeth Aguas Rimondo, everyone. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. And folks, that brings us to our final contestant this evening, contestant number 4, Becky Scherschel. Becky is an American hybrid, born in Augusta, Georgia, and then raised in Midwest Iowa. This mother of 2 believes that you should embrace every moment that life offers and make the best of every situation. Becky says that she married the man of her dreams. Wait till you hear how they met. If she becomes your Ms. Mature Irving, she wants to promote personal peace and tranquility to the people that she meets. When she can, she likes to spend time with, as she describes her kids, the children of her dreams. Show some love for contestant number 4, folks, Becky Scherschel.
Yes, my name is Becky, but my friends sometimes call me Martha Stewart because I love entertaining and cooking, sewing, gardening, reading with my book club, and just being with my dog, Otto. I grew up in Iowa, and I came to Texas on a full scholarship to study music at the University of North Texas in Denton. At the same time, I was offered the position as the harpist with the Irving Symphony. The cutest boy in the School of Music offered to drive me to Irving every Tuesday, and 2 years later, we were married. We stayed in Denton until we finished our bachelor's and our master's degrees in music, and then we moved to the big city. And in trying to decide where to settle, we both loved Irving, and 43 years later, we're still here, and we still love Irving. We've raised 2 children here, Ryan and Darby, the lights of our lives, proud graduates of Irving High and beyond. Husband Jack became Dr. Jack and was a psychologist in private practice right here in Irving. I felt as though I lived a perfectly balanced life. During the day, I was a mom, at home, helping at school, and with after-school activities. And also, I was leading exercises at the YMCA. And by night, I became a professional musician, a harpist playing with orchestras or weddings or parties, or in concert with entertainers like Barry Manilow, Johnny Mathis, Reba McEntire, or my favorite was a concert tour with the late Frank Sinatra. Everything changed when my husband was stricken with early onset dementia, which left him unable to work or function. I quickly found a day job as a college music professor, opened a studio where I taught harp and piano lessons, and set about to take care of my husband. 16 years later, it became clear, and this was about a year ago, it became clear that I could no longer care for him adequately. Devastated as I was, it became a win-win situation. He's now in the care of a wonderful Irving nursing home. I can see him whenever I want, I can still teach, I can perform, and I can help take care of my own aging parents. Plus, I've become a new woman. I've lost 50 pounds, all by myself. And I'm training to run the turkey trot at Thanksgiving. My family and I loved going to the parades in Irving, and as the beautiful Ms. Mature Irving would go by, my husband would often say to me, "When you grow up, I want you to try and do that." Since he's not here with me tonight, I'd like to say to him, "Sweetheart, tonight is for you." Thank you.
A nice hand for contestant number 4, Becky Scherschel. It is so nice getting to know you, Becky. Thanks so much. And here's what I want to know. She met her husband, who volunteered to drive her from Denton to Dallas every week. I want you to write a book about that, Becky, because I know a whole lot of women that want to buy it. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our personality competition. The ladies have to get prepared for their talent presentations, but never fear, we will keep you entertained. It is my absolute pleasure to introduce you to the young lady who's going to be performing for you next. I met her for the first time last night, and she completely blew me away. I'm so sorry. No, I've known this woman forever. I've known her since last year. I've jumped ahead in the program. The lady that you're going to see tonight, you may have met last year. She brought us the flavor of the English Music Hall last year, and her singing won your hearts and mine. Here in an encore performance of the song, Walter, Walter, accompanied by Geraldine Cook, it's your reigning Miss Mature Irving 2017, the lovely Louise Childs.
And I have been courting for years, but he's never asked me to wed. So I wait for leap year to come round, and I give 3 mighty cheers, hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray, and I do the asking instead. I don't want to die an old maid, so I sing him this serenade. Walter, Walter, lead me to the altar. I'll make a better man of you. Walter, Walter, buy the bricks and mortar, and we'll build a love nest for 2. My bottom drawer is packed and ready. My wedding gown is just like new. Walter, Walter, lead me to the altar and make all me nightmares come true. Walter, Walter, lead me to the altar. I don't cost much to keep in food. Walter, Walter, mother thinks you ought to, so take me while she's in the mood. You know I'm very fond of chickens. We'll raise a lovely little brood. Oh, Walter, Walter, lead me to the altar, and I'll show you where I'm tattooed. Walter, Walter, lead me to the altar. Don't say I've met me Waterloo. Walter, Walter, tears are tasting salter, and I've lost me handkerchief too. Don't look the goods about no longer. My old age pension's nearly due. Oh, Walter, Walter, lead me to the altar. It's either the workhouse or you. Oh dear, whatever shall I do? And I get a year older, get older every single day. It's just awful. Cheerio.
So that is your Ms. Mature Irving 2017, everyone. Louise Childs, another round of applause for her rendition of Walter, Walter. She is such a dynamic lady who's done wonderful things during her reign as your Ms. Mature this year. She'll be back later in the show to share some of her thoughts on being Ms. Mature and to help us with crowning the new Ms. Mature. Also, we have to say thank you to the incredibly talented Geraldine Cook for her lovely piano accompaniment. And this is what happens when your eyes start to get old. I jumped way ahead in the program earlier because I was going to introduce you to this next young lady, but you needed to meet Miss Louise first because she is so fabulous. But I do want to tell you about the next young lady that you are going to meet. She is an example of great style and also great courage. The judges and the audience were thoroughly impressed with her talent at the state pageant. She won their hearts with her singing. We're fortunate tonight to have her with us. Here as your Miss Texas Outstanding Teen 2018, Addie Lee Forrester.
This is a story that I've never told. I gotta get this off my chest to let it go. I need to take back the light inside you stole. You're a criminal, and you steal like you're a pro. 'Cause all the pain and the truth I wear like a battle wound. So ashamed, so confused, I was broken and bruised. Now I'm a warrior. Now I've got thicker skin. I'm a warrior. I'm stronger than I've ever been, and my armor is made of steel. You can't get in. I'm a warrior, and you can never hurt me. There's a part of me I can't get back. A little girl grew up too fast, and all it took was once. I'll never be the same. Now I'm taking back my life today. There's nothing left that you can say, 'cause you were never gonna take the blame anyway. Now I'm a warrior. Now I've got thicker skin. I'm a warrior. I'm stronger than I've ever been, and my armor is made of steel. You can't get in. I'm a warrior, and you can never hurt me again. No. Oh, yeah.
So I told you that you were in for a treat, right? Well, I did indicate that, didn't I? Isn't she wonderful? Your Miss Outstanding Teen 2018, Addie Lee Forrester. Thank you so much for being with us tonight, Addie Lee. So that's a really hard act to follow. In fact, last night at rehearsal, we needed to stretch a little bit to wait for something, and somebody from the backstage said, well, Kathy, sing. And I said, after that? Please. I may just look crazy, but no, I'm not. So, now it's time for one of my favorite parts of this wonderful show, and it is the talent competition. Here's how this one works. Each of our contestants will have 2 minutes and 45 seconds to present her talent. It can be singing, dancing, comedy, a dramatic reading, or any other ideas that the ladies might have. I've had the privilege and honor of hosting this show for the past several years, and I have seen some things that I thought, how is that a talent? Only to find out that these ladies know how to make these things work on stage. It's absolutely wonderful. So, let's get started. Contestant number 1 has always led, as you heard earlier, a double life, accountant by day and belly dancer by night. Tonight, she'll share her dancing skills, dancing the sword dance. Here is contestant number 1, Nina Elizalde Crocker.
I'm gonna wake up, yes and no. I'm gonna kiss some part of. I'm gonna keep this secret. I'm gonna close my body now. Is that another day? Is that another day? Is that another day? Is that another day? I'll die another day. Another day, I'll die another day. Another day, I'll die another day. Another day, I'll die another day. I think I'll find another way. There's so much more to know. I guess I'll die another day. It's not my time to go. For every sin I'll have to pay. I've come to work, I've come to play. I think I'll find another way. It's not my time to go. I'm gonna avoid the cliche. I'm gonna suspend my senses. I'm gonna delay my pleasure. I'm gonna close my body now. Is that another day? Is that another day? Is that another day? Is that another day? I think I'll find another way. There's so much more to know. I guess I'll die another day. It's not my time to go.
That is contestant number 1, Nina Elizalde Crocker, folks. Let's give her another round of applause. Thank you so much, Nina. So I'm thinking that there may be, maybe not, belly dancing in my future. Because I would need a vat of Bengay large enough to submerge myself in for several days. And it just doesn't sound like fun at that point. But I don't know. I'm going to talk to Nina after the show and see what she thinks. So moving right along to our next contestant. Contestant number 2 knows that almost everyone has experienced a bad breakup with their sweetheart. While she was doing some reading, as she told you she loves to read, she found exactly the words that you might like to say at that moment. Reading a poem from the great Maya Angelou. Let's hear it for contestant number 2, Pam Fisher.
Today, you threatened to leave me. I hold curses in my mouth that could sear your past. I keep behind my lips invectives capable of searing the septum of your nostrils and the skin from your back. Tears copious as a spring rain. A chet in the tear ducts and screams are crowded in the corner of my throat. You are leaving? Aloud, I say, you are leaving? Well, I'll help you pack. But it's getting late. I have to hurry or I'll miss my date. When I return, I know you'll be gone. Drop a line or telephone. Bye, Felicia.
That is contestant number 2, Pam Fisher, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Pam. I think that would have been a wonderful thing to know when I was in high school. Just saying, everybody's got a breakup story. I would love to have said, I'll be late for my date. Bye, Felicia or Fred or whoever. That was better than a session with Dr. Phil. Thank you so much, Pam. So now it's time to see another talented lady. Our next contestant is originally from the Philippines, so naturally, when she thought about what talent to perform, she chose a line dance. Well, why not? We're in Texas. Dancing to Country as a Boy Can Be, say howdy to contestant number 3, Elizabeth Aguas Rimando.
And I shelled a lot of black-eyed peas. Shucked a lot of corn and ate my weight in government cheese. I was raised on a farm, got my first whipping in a barn, drinking grandma's recipe. Yes, I'm a country boy, and I'm as country as a boy can be. Yes, I'm a country boy, and I'm as country as a boy can be. CNT. Well, I read my good book, got my mama's good looks, and daddy's still a hero to me. Yes, I'm a country boy, and I'm as country as a boy can be. a country boy, and I'm as country as a boy can be. Well, I slice my own maters, mash my own taters, and I can snap a mean string bean. Yes, I'm a country boy, and I'm as country as a boy can be. Oh, I'm a country boy, and I'm as country as a boy can be.
That is contestant number 3, Elizabeth Aguas Raimondo, everyone. So I've got boots. I brought them with me tonight, and I'm going to ask Elizabeth after the show if everybody who wants to learn the dance, just come up here on the stage. Let's do this. Anybody with me? Yeah. Doesn't that look like fun? What fun. So the judges, I mentioned earlier that the judges are going to have a really tough time making their choice tonight, and the next contestant that we see this evening is not going to make the choice any easier. It's kind of hard to hide that instrument, right? So I'm not going to be able to tell you guys a whole lot about what she's going to do leading up to this, I'm thinking. But I can tell you, after hearing her last night, that you are really seriously in for a treat. When she talked about what she wanted to do, naturally she said, I know what I want to do is my talent. And she also wants you to know that she designed and made her costume herself. This is a woman of many, many talents. So, playing the harp tonight for you, performing the Saber Dance by Suzanne McDonald, please welcome contestant number 4, Becky Scherschel. Contestant number 4, Becky Scherschel, folks. Becky is truly a gifted artist, and I have to hand it to you, that dress was lovely, wasn't it? Judges, good luck. What a night. So, and you know, the judges, bless their hearts, they can't just throw it to the American audience like they do on America's Got Talent. They've got to do this themselves. Sorry to say that concludes our talent competition. I could listen to these ladies all night long, couldn't you? So we've had a wonderful time so far, but we're going to take an intermission now. You've got 20 minutes. Please go downstairs to the lobby, enjoy some punch and refreshments, and we'll be back with more of the 36th Annual Miss Mature Irving Contest. See you soon.